lineup here for Michigan State. Tamara Farquhar, the former Boilermaker, in the starting lineup against her former squad. Purdue wins the tip-off first. It's in the hands of Janae Terry. She gives it off to a teammate now, top of the key. Back to Terry now. Gets a pick from Waltman. Working right. You got 5 on the shot clock. You got to get it off. Farquhar defending. Driving baseline. Corner 3, and I believe they said she stepped out of bounds on the baseline there, so turnover for Purdue. It goes to the hands of Michigan State.
Good defense from Michigan State. Purdue able to keep the possession alive throughout and had a good look from Layden in the corner. Just stepped on that sideline, ends up with a turnover.
The go green, go white chant starting here at the Breslin. Pretty decent sized crowd here. Coming off a winter break for some students. Farquhar now with the ball over on the right wing. Dumps inside to Smith. She takes the mid-range jumper. That one no good, off the side of the hoop. Farquhar grabs the rebound, gives it off to Eck for 3. That rattles out and is rebounded into the hands of Madison Layden. Purdue will stop and reset. Cassie Hardin gives it off to Janae Terry. 15 on the shot clock now. Hageman guarding. Abby Ellis with the ball. She's driving inside to the baseline. Dumps it off to the corner. That one no good, off the heel of the hoop. Rebounded by Eck, and she gives it off to Dee Hageman. Hageman will look to reset the offense there, guarded by Ellis. Farquhar, top of the key, now over to Eck. Smith inside, Farquhar has the height advantage, goes up and puts it in.
That's the second time already we've seen Tamara Farquhar get that switch and go right to the post on Cassie Hardin, using that size to her advantage, and gets the Spartans on the board.
Long range 3, that one is good. That's number 33, Madison Layden, her first points of the game. And Purdue has the lead, 3-2 here with under 8 to go in the first quarter.
And Layden at 6'1", listed as a guard, plays that stretch 4 type role for the Boilermakers, really able to stroke it from deep.
Nia Clouden gets the first touch of the game for her. Now she gives it off to Matilda Eck over on the left corner. Smith driving inside, puts up the layup and gets it to go off the glass.
The Spartans' point of emphasis here early in this game has been centered around getting the ball inside and really having some success early. Smith and Farquhar each with an early bucket.
Spartans lead 4-3 with 7:15 to go in the first quarter. Over on the right wing now, it's Abby Ellis, top of the key, back over to Terry on the left side. She takes the jumper, and I believe that may have gotten tipped on the way up, but otherwise it's in the hands of Michigan State. Here comes Nia Clouden. She puts up the floater too hard off the glass, rebounded by Waltman. She dumps it off to Abby Ellis. Ellis racing up the floor up against Dee Hageman, and a loose ball, battle for it. Ellis grabs it back. Over to Terry, and she will look to reset the offense, now back at the top of the key. Inside now to Waltman. Up against Smith, puts it up off the glass, no good. Smith will grab the rebound. Here comes Nia Clouden up the right side. Hageman driving baseline, tries to pass over to Farquhar, and it's going to be Michigan State ball. It got tipped by Boilermaker.
And you see Dee Hageman, just a freshman, but really runs this Michigan State offense so well, especially allowing Nia Clouden to get some time off the ball.
Long range 3 from Hageman's no good. Purdue will look to race back up the floor. Snake Eyes pass over to the right wing. That one's good. It's Madison Layden again, so she's gotten all the points for Purdue so far. 2 big threes from her.
Layden leads the Boilermakers in scoring, one of 4 Purdue players in double figures per game this season.
Clouden tries to respond. She does! Nia Clouden with the 3 of her own. The Spartans retake the lead.
That was so pure from Clouden. Held the follow through there. She knew that one was going in as soon as she released it.
Abby Ellis with the ball over on the left wing. Back over to Layden. Spartans playing a man-to-man defense as of right now. Hageman guarding at the top of the key. Now back to Terry. 5 on the shot clock. Terry drives left, dumps it off. Ellis, corner three. They're going to say she was out of bounds. So
second time Boilermakers have turned it over, stepping on the baseline. Michigan State forcing Purdue's possessions to go a little longer. They're switching 1 through 4 out on the perimeter, and that's really causing some problems for the Boilermakers in terms of trying to get some space going to the basket.
So we have some substitutions here, and one of them being our player to watch for Michigan State, Tyger Park. She enters the game. Nia Clouden with the ball. Tries to get it over past Layden, can't do it. The height advantage works for Purdue. Here comes Ellis racing up the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Clouden, and she doesn't like it, but she gets the foul from behind on Abby Ellis, and that's going to put her to the line for 2 free throws there.
Get another look at it here. Clouden went from behind. Looks like she got mostly ball there, but when you're coming from around a player there, that's something that's going to get called more often than not.
Exactly. So Abby Ellis to the line for Purdue. She sinks the first one. That will tie the game up. I'll tie the game up at 7 apiece. And the second free throw is good for Abby Ellis. She gives the Boilermakers a lead 8-7. So pretty back and forth game so far to start. Hageman carrying the ball up the court, hands it off to Eck. Now to Clouden. Dumps it off to Farquhar. Farquhar drives left. Dumps it back out to Hageman. 8 on the shot clock. Hageman slices and dices, gives it off to a cutting Farquhar. She puts it in.
The vision from Dee Hageman, setting up teammates in perfect position, something you just don't usually see from freshmen. But Hageman has proven again and again, as Susie Merchant said at the beginning of the season, she's just a different type of freshman.
That ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be fast break. Hageman now will work left. Pick from Farquhar, now dumps out the Parks. Inside Farquhar, and she traveled underneath the hoop. That was a good series of passes right there from Michigan State. Just too many steps from number 2 right there underneath the basket.
Purdue started to switch on those screens, and Michigan State immediately tried to take advantage. They went to Parks on the slip, and then going to Farquhar just couldn't finish the job inside.
Madison Layden with the ball, gives it off to Terry. Purdue has yet to make any substitutions. That's a long range. Has actually checked that. There was one, Brooke Moore. She hits a 3 from the left wing.
Just checking you right away.
Yeah, she did. I was looking on the floor. I'm like, I don't think they subbed anybody in, but they did. She gets her first shot. It's a 3. That puts Purdue up by 2. Tyger Parks puts up the layup. Ties the game. Tough left-handed layup right there from Parks. 11 apiece here at the Breslin. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, good dump off pass to Waltman. Great job from Abby Ellis.
Parks got caught a little out of position there off of that screen. Beautiful pass to set up a wide open layup for Waltman.
That's a bad pass, but it'll fall in the hands of Nia Clouden up against Layden here at top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Clouden puts it up and he gets it to go.
Layden's been playing strong defense for the Boilermakers to start this game, but Nia Clouden is just so good. If you give her any bit of space, she's capable of knocking it down.
Terry dumps it off to Layden. That goes off of the foot of Michigan State, but it stays in bounds, collected by Farquhar. Michigan State quickly going up the court. Hageman driving, dumps it off. Parks, couldn't put it up. Had a wide open layup. She's fighting for it on the floor, gets it, and dumps off to Farquhar. Great effort by Tyger Parks right there on the follow-up.
That's how you make up for a mistake that you have there. You give effort, and you put it going.
Gives her Spartans a second chance here. Clouden, 3 on the shot clock. She's got to put it up. Loses the ball. And that's going to be shot clock. Just after that follow-up from Tyler Parks, just a lot of miscombobulation from Michigan State. There's some more substitutions here. Mo Joyner checks in along with Alicia Smith as we get a look at Cloud's bucket from minutes ago.
The spin move set up that spacing there. Layden was right in front of her, but was able to get the spin, get some space, and all she really needed was an inch of space to put up that floater.
Purdue now trying to take the lead here. 18 apiece late in the first quarter. Terry gives up a Layden. She takes the jumper, but it doesn't matter because she traveled. So lots of turnovers here early for both squads.
And for Purdue, number 30, Goni.
Hasn't been the cleanest game.
Replacing Wolfman.
As Woltman will check out for Purdue, and in her place is going to be number 30, Iago Agoni.
That's the 6th turnover for Purdue. Michigan State has still yet to score off of a Boilermaker turnover. Spartans not taking advantage so far.
Under 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Big size advantage with Eck on Moore.
Eck going up, and going to be another travel. And this has not been the cleanest game to start.
And that's something that's a little bit to be expected, especially for Michigan State, having not played in over a week. Purdue's last game also was a week ago, though. So neither of these teams have had too much game action recently. So trying to get back into that rhythm.
That pass tipped by Parks, but couldn't get a clean handle on it, but nonetheless, good defense from her. She's one of the best defenders on this Michigan State squad. As Dee Hageman will check back in. She will come in for Nia Clouden as we get a look at that tip pass. And yeah, she was there, just couldn't quite get a clean handle on it. Checking for Purdue as well is going to be Cassie Hardin. She comes in for number 23, Abby Ellis.
We'll see if Michigan State continues to have that size advantage inside with Matilda Eck, who has a 5-inch advantage over Brooke Moore. But with Purdue using Madison Layden's length to guard Nia Clouden, that really puts them at a tough advantage.
3-point shot right there by Purdue, puts them up by 3, under 45 to go in the first quarter. Hageman handling the ball, gives it off to Smith. Dumps inside the Parks, there's the height advantage. Oh, she couldn't put it in. The follow-up from Parks, couldn't put that one in either. A tough break for Tyler Parks here early in the game. Has not been able to put the ball in the hoop. She has 2, but she's 1 for 5 on the day with a bunch of good looks underneath the basket. Just about a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. So Terry can take this down as long as she can. Wide open corner 3. That one is good. It rattles in. Brooke Moore. Hageman at the buzzer. Half-court shot is going to fall short.
Point line. So letting it fly without fear.
I think a big part of them from shooting so far beyond the arc is that they just don't have the same height that Michigan State does. If that shot from Cloud is off the mark, it will fall out of bounds and stay with the Spartans. But yeah, Purdue, I mean, they obviously have tall players, but not as many as Michigan State does. So I think that's a big reason why they're trying to kind of play behind the arc here, and they're kind of trying to stay away from the paint and play to their strengths.
It's the size inside for Michigan State that's really been important, but for Purdue, the length on the perimeter with Madison Layden as well on the outside guarding the ball handler has really, really helped Purdue defensively so far.
Tough baseline turnaround shot right there for Smith, rattles in and puts the Spartans down by 4, 19-15 here with 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Janae Terry with the ball guarded by Hageman. Another 3 from the left wing. That one no good, but a good offensive board right there by Ava Learn for Purdue. That 3 is no good, and it is going to fall out of bounds. It will stay with Purdue.
That one just rolled off the foot of Alicia Smith. But this lineup right here, all 5 players on the floor listed as guards for Purdue. 2 of them 6'1" in Ava Learn and Madison Layden. But just that interior presence is not there.
So Purdue will inbound the ball here, and they get it into Janae Terry. Dumps it back off to Brooke Moore. Janae Terry at the right wing, guarded by Farquhar. Little crossover, step back, fade, no good. A battle foot underneath the hoop is rebounded by Ava Learn. The jumper from the baseline, it goes in. Brooke Moore.
Just a filthy step back move there from Moore, coming off the bench already with 8 points.
21-15, Purdue leads. Michigan State needs to get on their horse here. Hageman dumps it off, Joyner inside, packed by Janae Terry. A battle for it over on the right wing. And it's gonna be a jump ball, it doesn't matter, possession will go to Purdue. And Janae Terry bringing the effort and bringing the energy.
We need to see that one again.
You're gonna look at that.
First of all, really good pass from Hageman, but denied by Janae Terry.
Aggressive block from Terry, and then she had the awareness to go after her own block after she saw that Joyner couldn't get a hold on it. So great job by her. She will take a short break though. So Purdue will take the ball up the court off of the jump ball. Layden will go up the left wing, guarded by Hageman. Cassie Hardin dumps it off back to Layden. Way over to Brooke Moore. And she will kick that one off of her leg and it'll go out of bounds. So Michigan State will get the ball. Another turnover for Purdue.
Turnover number 7, still no points off turnovers for Michigan State. Purdue with 8 points off of 4 Spartan turnovers. That's the difference in this game right now.
Joyner now handed off to Cloud, top of the key. She takes a 3. That one is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Farquhar, out to Joyner from the right wing. That one goes in. Mo Joyner for 3, and it cuts the lead into half. 21-18 now. Brooke Moore drives inside, a tough contact layup, no foul called. A quick response from Purdue. Here comes Michigan State, though, racing up the floor. It's Hageman.
Brooke Moore just so fast in transition, and with that tight handle, able to weave in and out of those small openings and find her way to the bucket.
Smith in the post. Puts up the shot, off the glass. Alicia Smith has had some tough shots that have gone in for her. Great job by her keeping Michigan State in the game within 3, 23-20. Cassie Hardin, top of the key. Now over to Ava Learn. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Clouden. Spartans can tie with a three-point shot. Clouden, good hesitation, puts up the shot. Can't go. Farquhar with the rebound, and she's fouled. I believe it's going to be on the floor. A great hesi by Nia Clouden, just couldn't quite finish right there.
Clouden started this game hot, knocking down her first 2 shots, but since has missed a few in a row. Good job by Farquhar to pull back the ball there and continue to force that pressure to end up in a reach-in foul.
And that was a shooting foul, and Farquhar goes line and misses the first one. Second free throw here from Tamara Farquhar that's also no good. Empty at the line. That's not the trip you want if you're Michigan State. So Madison Layden with the ball now, guarded by Didi Hageman. Matilda Eck looks to check in for Michigan State over at the table. Looks like Abby Ellis for Purdue is also looking to check in. Jayla Smith in the game for Purdue. She goes up and gets the and one to fall.
Tamara Farquhar didn't like that one, but an and one gives the Boilermakers a chance to match their biggest lead of the game so far at the free throw line.
Jayla Smith only had 2 minutes of play so far up to this point, and her first shot is an and one.
Farquhar went flying to the deck there ran into her teammate, Didi Hageman, inside and created all of that contact from there.
Jayla Smith will look to complete the N1 here and doesn't do it. So a break right there for Michigan State. Score stays at 25-20. Hageman for three, no good, off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Brooke Moore.
Hageman stepped into that one, just got too much strength into it.
Jayla Smith wide open for three. That one is off the mark, rebounded by Farquhar.
Already the 10th three-pointer attempted for Purdue, and we're not even midway through the second quarter. The Boilermakers are letting it fly early and often.
Tilda Eck rolls right, tries to get it off to Hageman, she does. 10 on the shot clock now. Hageman inside, Smith, fouled as she goes up, and she will go to the line. It's been a busy day for Alicia Smith, and she'll have a chance to get 2 more points here at the line.
Get another look at it here. Good find off the slip. Smith drawing the contact, couldn't finish the layup. Now gets a chance for 2 at the line.
First free throw is good from Smith. Second free throw for Smith is also good. So Spartans have cut the deficit down to 3, 25-22. Just over 5.5 minutes ago in the first half.
Nia Clouden with just 5 points so far. She's averaging 22 a game on the season, 7th in the country in scoring, but has been quiet in the first quarter and a half of this one.
Abby Ellis, top of the key, dumps it off to Hardin. Back to Ellis. 8 on the shot clock. Ellis, spinning move, driving inside, batted away by Parks, picked up by Joyner. Joyner dumps it off to Eck. Purdue fans wanted to travel, didn't get it. Eck rolling right, goes behind her back. Double team to the rack, and she puts it in.
Tough layup off of a tough move from Matilda Eck, going behind the back to get the space and finishing through contact.
Spartans down by 1, slowly but surely crawling their way back. Abby Ellis in the corner. Back to Jayla Smith. Brooke Moore, guarded by Eck, takes the jumper, it falls. That's really been Brooke Moore's shot right there. That mid-range jumper rolling to her left towards the baseline and gets it to fall.
Beautiful move there as well, using that screen just to bump Eck just a tiny bit, go the other way from the screen, and create the space needed for her to get that shot off.
Joyner inside now. Inside, it's gonna be Tyre Parks. So Tyre Parks gets her second bucket of the game right there. She has 4 on the day, 2 of 6 from the field. Once again, Spartans down by 1. Under 4 to go in the first half. And that jumper couldn't fall right there for Brooke Moore. She tried the pullback, couldn't get it to go. Matilda Eck for the lead. Oh, it rattles out. And that's gonna be out of bounds on Ricky Waltman on the attempt on the rebound. Looks like we're gonna have a timeout on the floor here.
What I mean by that is when I talked to Coach Merchant, she said that Parks has played every position except for points. So maybe you'll see her doing that today. She now is playing normally the 5 spot, but she's had to adapt over this ability of not having players to play. Either way, we'll see what she's able to do coming up here at the half.
As Michigan State missed their shot on the other end out of the break, but ended up, or a Purdue turnover now, puts the hands back for the Spartans. As again, they're still down by 1, 27-26 with under 3.5 to go in the first half.
This game has been close throughout, but Michigan State's last lead in this was all the way back midway through the first quarter at 9-8. Trying to change that right here.
Matilda Eck with the ball, top of the key. Goes it off to Joyner now. Eck, corner 3, quick release, no good. Parks underneath the basket for the follow-up, and she gets fouled.
And there, yet another rebound from Tyre Parks. That's her 4th rebound. 3 of them have come on the offensive side. You sit there just in perfect position. Goes right into the body of Waltman inside and draws the foul.
First free throw from Parks rattles in, ties the game up, 27-27. Second free throw off the heel of the basket, no good. So we stay tied up at 27 apiece. Parks tries to go in on defense. She's gonna get called for a foul.
With Parks splitting those free throws, Michigan State now 3 of 6 from the line. The Spartans are 2nd in the conference in free throw shooting at over 78%. And 13th in the country. So a 50% start from the line, not something that we've come to expect from this Michigan State team.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, points at the line are very, very rare to come by. You have to hit those shots if you want to find a way to win ball games consistently. Janae Terry dumps it off, and a travel on the floor again.
Really good defense there from Matilda Eck, cutting off Terry, forcing her to pass that one, and essentially forcing the turnover, as pass wasn't expected that late in the shot clock.
Hageman rolls to her left, dumps it back out to Clouden. And look, she got hit in the face right there by Layden, but no fouls called. Here comes Abby Ellis. She will work the baseline, dumps it out, top of the key. Hardin for 3, and it goes in.
Spartans' communication was just a little bit off there in transition. Big contact.
Gonna be a blocking foul right there on Cassie Hardin. A tough collision between her and Matilda Eck on the fast break opportunity for Michigan State. We get a look at this, and they have to call a block right there on Hardin. Again, I'm not a referee, but it didn't seem like Hardin's feet were set fully before she took that. So Michigan State will keep possession here. Down by 3 with 2 minutes and some change to go in the first half. Joining near the top of the key, gives it off to Hageman. Dumps inside, Parks wide open, and gets the bucket to fall. She was up against Janae Terry right there and had the height advantage and took advantage of it. Spartans down by 1, 30-29. Terry up against Hageman right now. Ellis gets it off to Layden, out to Terry. Brooke Moore against Clouden. 5 on the shot clock. Inside, batted away by Matilda Eck. 2-on-1 fast break, gives it off to Hageman, back to Eck, and she can't get it to fall. The fall went from Clouden, she gets her own rebound again, and she's fouled.
Nia Clouden looking a little frustrated. There's been a lot of contact. Purdue's been physical defending her, and it's worked so far. 2 for 8 on the day from the field, but just look at that drop off from Hageman and the awareness from Clouden to get her own rebound. Tried to draw the foul on the first one, but finally able to get the whistle on the second one, and she'll head to the line where she has been very strong this season, including in her 50-point game against Florida Gulf Coast. 15 for 17 from the free throw line.
Yeah, the first free throw for Clouden is good, and yeah, that Florida Gulf Coast game, Nia Clouden dropped 50 points, had one heck of a game. Spartans couldn't pull out the win, but nonetheless a very, very good performance from Clouden, having over half the points for Michigan State. And their second free throw falls, and the Spartans take the lead here for the first time in a while. They lead 31-30. Just over a minute to go here in the first half. Janae Terry works her way up the court. Under a minute to go here in the first half, and it's going to be an off-ball foul right there on Purdue, and Michigan State will get possession.
An illegal screen there is whistled. Layden got a lot of space, but usually when there's an illegal screen, you get some space coming there. Good job from Nia Clouden going into that and essentially drawing that offensive foul.
50 seconds ago. Hageman open inside up against Brooke Moore. Her shot is no good. Here comes Janae Terry. She quickly drives to her left, dumps it off, batted away by none other than Tyre Parks. Here comes Matilda Eck now for Michigan State. Eck dumps it into Parks. She has a height advantage, foul as she goes up, and she will go to the line.
The Spartans have been physical throughout this game as well, trying to match the physicality of Purdue. They're just a good job from Parks to use that pivot foot, set up the spin, and Janae Terry had no choice but to come in and foul from the perimeter.
Yeah, Parks was up against Jayla Smith right there. She has a 3-inch height advantage on her, so Janae Terry had to try to come in and at least not let Parks have an easy run at the basket. We're going to get a substitution here for Michigan State after this free throw here. First free throw from Parks is good.
3 turnovers in the last minute 45 for Purdue. Michigan State has jumped back out into the lead of this game.
Second free throw from Parks is also good, so puts Michigan State up by 3 here, 33-30, as Jayla James looks to check in for Tyre Parks.
As I was saying, Michigan State on a 6-0 run now. They've jumped out into the lead. They've still only made 1 of their last 7 field goals.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a game of, you know, try to get points any way you can, whether it's on the floor or at the line. 7 and 10 from the line. This is going to be the last shot here for Purdue. Brooke Moore for 3, no good. Airballs that one, and Jayla James couldn't get the rebound. It bounced off her foot, so Purdue will still get the last shot here. 1.7 to go in the first half. We'll see what Purdue can muster up.
Here, you're inbounding under your own basket, looking for a potential 3-ball off a screen. I'm watching where Madison Layden is at. She's been really strong off the catch for Purdue so far in this one instead.
Terry at the buzzer, no good. Hageman on defense right there. She rebounds as well and has a lot of hustle plays, so she's been making her appearance known in other ways besides scoring. Spartans will get possession first here to start the half.
And once again, Layden defending Clouden, using that length to her advantage and really making it tough for Nia Clouden to get space to get off a shot.
Smith inside, the turnaround jumper. That one won't go. And we'll have a whistle on the floor here.
Farquhar saved that one, but just caught a bit of that baseline before she could keep it in play.
And Janae Terry, a player to watch for Purdue, still scoreless in this game. She's been doing a lot of work in other ways, getting her teammates involved, like Brooke Moore. That's a long-range 3 from Layden. That one won't fall, but a good rebound from Purdue, and they will keep possession here. Layden is 3 of 4 from the field now. And Janae Terry loses the ball, picked up by Farquhar. A 1-on-3 fast break. Farquhar goes up, can't get it to go, but she draws the foul right there. Good job by Farquhar.
The most impressive thing on that steal and fast break is you see it again here. Watch Janae Terry reaching in, trying to get that steal from behind, but Farquhar was able to keep that ball out in front of her and push that fast break.
So this will put Farquhar to the line. Her first free throw is no good. She's 0 for 3 from the line. See if she can maybe hit this one, and she does. So
you mentioned that free throw percentage for Farquhar in this one, just 1 of 4. Came into this game at 93%. from the line on the season.
Exactly. It's very strange to see her struggles so far. As I block from behind from Alicia Smith, and she will grab her own board and dump it off to Nia Clouden. Great effort by Smith to get the block and not draw the foul. Hageman now tries to launch it across the court. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Janae Terry. And you get a look at this block, and it's great awareness to grab that too. She ends up kind of just dumping it off the Clouden right there, but Michigan State now up by 4, 34-30. Hageman now will reset back at the logo. Gets a pick from Farquhar. 5 on the shot clock. Hageman driving to her right, can't get the layup to fall. Rebound Purdue, up to Janae Terry. Dumps it off, Layden, corner 3, no good. A battle for it on the ground, players fall to the hardwood, and it's picked up by Hageman.
This Purdue defense, especially when their starting 5 has been in the game, has been really strong throughout, switching 1 through 4 on those screens. And the Spartans have really struggled with the length on the perimeter.
Farquhar got twisted up right there, lost the ball. Dumped inside now, and Layden will back out and be in the hands of Abby Ellis. Ellis guarded by Hageman. Moves left, puts up the layup, and Cobal's got the and 1 to fall. Foul's going to be on Hageman. Mo Joyner will check in for Farquhar as we get a look at the foul here on Hageman. And yep, she hit a little bit of the elbow, hit a little bit of the wrist right there. Good call by the referee. And Abby Ellis will go to the line here for Purdue. She is making 2 of 3 from the line now. Only has 2 points on the day. Second free throw from Ellis is good. So she splits that trip to the line right there. Cuts the lead down to 3.
Ellis, another player that is well below their scoring average on the season so far, averaging 10 points a game, and just the 3 from the free throw line today for Ellis.
Foul on Janae Terry right there up against Nia Clouden. A foul on the floor, so Clouden won't go to the line here. It'll be the second team foul for Purdue. So you get a look at that. Yeah, it was clearly a reaching foul right there. It didn't even get close to the ball. Hageman inbounds it to Matilda Eck. Eck up against Terry. 10 on the shot clock now. Nia Clouden, corner 3. It will rattle out of the basket in the hands of Janae Terry. Dumps it off to Hardin for 3 off the front of the rim. Can't fall off the mark, and it's going to be out of bounds. Possession there, or possession goes to Michigan State.
That was a solid look there at the three-point line, but a wide open Abby Ellis was standing in the near side corner, and they just didn't see her.
So Mo Joyner will dump it inside the cloud and up against Layden. She can't grab it. Foul on the floor here. And Layden is slow to get up. Her and Clouden were kind of going at it. She loses her glasses.
She got popped.
We get a replay of that. And oh, she got swiped by Alicia Smith right in the head. That's why the glasses fell off. So she looks to be okay though. And trying to readjust her goggles. So Hardin will inbound here. Gives it off to Abby Ellis. And that pass almost intercepted by Matilda Eck. Layden regains control. Gets a pick from Waltman. Takes the 3 from the top of the key, won't go. Rebounded by Joyner, up to Hageman. She'll slow things down, now dumps it inside. Kick out to Joyner, corner 3, oh, off the mark. Rebounded by Cassie Hardin.
It looked like Joyner thought she got that one right away.
Terry looking for her first points. Dumps it off in the corner to Hardin. Bounce pass to Layden. She drives left towards the hoop, puts up the layup off the glass, won't fall, and we have a foul. That's going to be Alicia Smith, her first foul of the game. Tyler Parks will come in substitution for her as we get a look at that. And yeah, looks like she may have hit the elbow right there on Layden. Can't really tell exactly, but
The shot was, or the foul was before the
before
shot,
the shot
though.
anyways, yeah, so. Inbound to Hardin, she can't put it in, she falls to the floor. Spartans have numbers here. Cloud into the corner, driving baseline. Dumps it off to Park, she gets it to fall.
And Katie Gerald is livid right now with the no call inside, then leading to a Michigan State bucket on the other end.
Ellis's jumper is no good. Hageman up the left wing for Michigan State. Inside pass to Parks, double teamed inside. No foul call, she can't get that bucket to go in. Once again in the hands of Terry, now off to Hardin. Her three-pointer is good, big shot from Cassie Hardin.
That was pure from way behind the line. Hardin pulled up and knocked that one down. That's her first bucket of the day, and it could not have come at a better time for Purdue. They really needed to get something going on the offensive end.
Doesn't have a natural stroke, but nonetheless got it to fall. Purdue down by 2. Matilda Eck tries to respond, can't get it to go. Good defense. From Parks underneath the hoop, but Purdue gets out of the trap. Abby Ellis dumps off the corner to Layden. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Slowly getting to the later parts of this ball game. 10 on the shot clock now. Layden takes the jumper, it falls, and we are tied up here at the Breslin, 36-36. Big shot from her right there.
Very low scoring quarter so far. Purdue's outscored Michigan State 6-3 through the first 5 minutes of this quarter. The defenses have been swarming and the shots have not been falling for either side.
Yeah, compared to some of the previous games for both teams, this is really kind of a low scoring game so far. 10 on the shot clock for Michigan State. Mo Joyner driving left, dumps it out to Eck. She spins, oh, what a move from Eck, and she lays it in!
Spartan bench loves that one. Phenomenal move from the freshman.
Savvy move from the freshman, Matilda Eck. She puts the Spartans up by 2, 38-36. Under 4 to go now in the third quarter. Cassidy Hardin lost control of the ball. Battle for it underneath the basket. It's laid in by Waltman. Ricky Waltman puts it in. It's been a back and forth game as we expected. Living up to the hype, both evenly matched teams going at it here at the Breslin. Hageman gets a pick from Parks. Now the Cloud for 3 from the left wing, won't go. Parks fighting for the rebound, can't get it up against Terry. She comes up the left wing over to Layden. Hardin winding to 3, dumps inside to Ricky Waltman. Waltman up against 2 Spartans, and she gets the foul. Not sure which one it's going to be called on. It's going to be called on Matilda Eck right there. Big 3, as we're going to have free throws here from Ricky Waltman, but as that first free throw is no good. But yeah, Zach, Hardin was scoreless until that big 3 that she hit just moments ago.
And it's starting to get her going as well. Up to 6 points, both on threes, and really trying to propel this Purdue team as far as it can take her, as they now are back in front.
Waltman's second free throw is good, puts Purdue up by 1, 39-38. Again, it's been a back and forth, low-scoring game for both squads as they add 1. As no one actually looks like it might be a charge. It is going to be a charge. That was a great move from Clouden, but a better defensive play from Purdue as we get a look at this. As Cassie Hardin, the person we were just talking about. That was a good take and a good call by the referee. A tough break for Nia Clouden, who from the field has had a good day, 2 of 11. And that's a tough break for her considering the past 2 games she's had. Inside,
Beautiful
Waltman
pass.
wide open, lays it in, and Purdue extends the lead out to 3. 41-38.
Just a wonderful find there from Janae Terry. Still scoreless, but up to 6 assists to go with 4 rebounds.
We have a new face in the ballgame for Michigan State. Laurel Jackman is in the game. As she takes a 3 from the corner, won't get off the side of the hoop, but Farquhar gets the rebound and puts it in, but it looks like Layden is a little slow getting up. Her and Farquhar kind of got at it, which is why Farquhar was loose underneath the basket and was able to get the rebound.
And you mentioned Jackman firing immediately off the bench. That's what she does best. Graduate senior that can really shoot it from deep.
Layden now with the ball up against Jackman.
Big size advantage for Layden.
Step back jumper, it can't fall. And that will be out of bounds on Janae Terry, but ever since the first half, Layden's had a tough break shooting-wise.
Just one shot falling since the first quarter for Layden. Started red hot, hasn't been able to see it go through as much, but she's been really strong defensively for the Boilermakers. Really a big part of Nia Clouden's struggles as she has been matched up with the all Big Ten guard all day long.
So here come the Spartans now. Well, once again down by 1. A minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Farquhar with the ball at the elbow, hands it off to Clouden. Now dumped off to Hageman. Way over to Eck on the right wing. 8 on the shot clock now. Hageman calling for a screen. She gets it. Takes the step back 3. Oh, off the mark. Rebound by Smith, and the follow-up is good. Spartans retake the lead by 1. 42-41. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Jayla Smith now. Driving left, takes the fadeaway jumper, and it rattles home.
Tough shot from Smith there. Back and forth we go.
Wasn't the cleanest shot, but she got it to go. Big shot right there from her, puts Purdue up by 1. Matilda Eck over to Hageman on the right wing. Dumps it back on the pick and roll to Smith. She goes up, thought she got fouled, wasn't called, but once again, Farquhar, the follow-up, she's loved it, she's clapping her hands. And she puts the Spartans up by 1. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter, no shot clock. This will be the last shot of the quarter. Terry with the ball. Calls for a screen, guarded by Hageman. Terry driving right, puts up the shot, won't fall. Off the hands of Eck, she puts up the follow-up, and Waltman's follow-up is no good, and we will go to the fourth quarter. A 1-point game here in the Breslin. Michigan State up by 1.
Negative in the rebound margin this season, but yet these two teams all even on the boards, and I think that shows on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, it hasn't been the cleanest game shooting for both teams, but nonetheless, you know, I guess if one team is going to shoot bad, the other one might as well shoot bad as well to kind of make it a close game. So that's what we have so far. Pretty low-scoring game. It's been defensive as well. So you got to give credit to the defense for the poor shooting as well. As that ball goes out of bounds off of Purdue, and Farquhar is loving it over by the Purdue bench, her former squad. As we get a replay of that one, Farquhar, that's her second steal of the game. Maybe got away with one right there, but
yeah, that looked like it might have went off Farquhar. Spartans might have gotten a break there.
But Spartans will retake possession, up by 1, 44-43. This game has lived up to the hype so far, coming down the stretch. As the bad pass from Eck, it's in the hands of Jayla Smith over to Brooke Moore, and that will fall out of bounds. Possession will stay with Purdue.
Good hustle there from Nia Clouden to come from behind the play and knock that one out of bounds. Get a look at it here. Just a little give and go, but Clouden was not having it.
Top of the key, Cassie Hardin, the arcing shot, no good, in the hands of Farquhar. Here comes Clouden up the left side for Michigan State.
Farquhar on double-double watch here in this quarter.
Cloudens.
9 points and 6 boards.
Cloudens jumper no good, but Parks the follow-up. It's what she does best, coming in for cleanup and puts the Spartans up by 3. Over the left corner. That three-pointer is no good from Brooke Moore and into the hands of Parks. Here comes Hageman now, up across the timeline. Over the right corner, tipped away by Jayla Smith, and it'll be out of bounds. We have a substitution here as we get a look at that.
Yeah, was trying to get into the corner to Eck. And Matilda Eck, such a quick release that if she can catch it in any amount of space, she can find a way to get it up. Good job from Purdue to cut off that pass and not allow that look from the corner.
Hageman now top of the key, gets a pick from Parks. 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Clouden, pullback, rolls left, baseline jumper, won't go. That's gonna be a shot clock violation because it didn't hit the hoop, and a tough day from Clouden from the field. 2 of 13. So here we go. It's been a rough shooting day for both squads. Michigan State shooting 36% from the field, Purdue shooting a mere 39%. So hasn't been good for both squads, but it's kind of made a pretty good game so far. Abby Ellis with the ball, top of the key, going up against Eck, puts up the tough layup, can't get it to go. The follow-up from Waltman, and one, you can count it.
That's one of the plays where you've seen Hageman make a freshman mistake there. Behind the play and jumps at it and commits the foul there. In a spot like that, you're already beat. You just want to back off a little bit. Giving up 2 points is not as bad as giving up 3.
Exactly. So the free throw falls for Waltman, and she ties the game, 46 apiece, 7:40 to go in the ball game. Hageman rolls to her right, tries to give to Cloud, and she looks like she got grabbed, but no foul called. Picked up by Jayla Smith, and it's going to be out of bounds on, I'm not sure if the foul was out of bounds on Cloud. Either way, she's not happy with it. Get a look. It looked like
Cloud just wasn't really looking.
Yeah, I guess what yeah, she looked more confused from our angle. It looked like she kind of got grabbed by Jayla Smith. There we go. 7.5 minutes to go. Abby Ellis rolling right up against Parks, now up against Eck. Driving the baseline. Finally, she got called for it. She's been doing that all game. She's been riding the baseline, and she's been doing a pretty good job of staying out from the out-of-bounds area, but that time she just couldn't quite do it.
Just that right foot, just a touch.
Good call by the ref, and Spartan fans clapping it up here. We get later in this game, and the tough play over. It's going to be out of bounds on Michigan State. It hit Clouden in the knee, and she's not happy. She kind of got hit after that ball went out of bounds. Let's get a look at it here. Right there, I thought maybe they were going to call foul, but they called out of bounds before the foul was called, but that looked like a dangerous play. But
Clouden wanted a trip there, but it was really good defense by Layden to step in front of that pass and knock it out of bounds off of Clouden.
It's a wild shot from Brooke Moore up against Farquhar. She will fall to the hardwood and get the foul. So she will go to the line as Mo Joyner looks to check in for Michigan State.
Moore has been fearless attacking the basket all afternoon long and continuing that in this fourth quarter. A chance to give Purdue the lead back for the first time since the late third quarter.
First free throw from Brooke Moore falls. Gets rid of the tie, puts Purdue up by 1. And that one falls as well. 2-point lead for Purdue. 48-46, under 7 to go in the fourth quarter. Matilda Eck, good shot fake, takes the mid-range, won't fall. Farquhar grabs the rebound. Eck driving baseline, dumps it out. Mo Joyner, corner three, won't go. A battle for it, and it's picked up by Abby Ellis. Good job by her. Kind of found her way underneath everybody. Ellis up against Joyner. Oh, a tough layup. What a shot.
Drive from Ellis. Didn't have numbers, but it didn't matter. Used the head fake just a little bit on the hesitation to get an angle and puts it down.
Spartan fans wanting their team to take the lead here. Won't go. Here comes Purdue. Abby Ellis dumps it off to Layden. Started by Clouden. And another foul on Clouden. She is frustrated, as she should be. She's been having a rough day, both offensively and defensively. So we get a look at that tough shot from Abby Ellis. That was great defense from Joyner. As we look at the foul here, I don't know if there's really a foul on anybody right there. Tough break. That will be Clouden's. It's only her third foul, but still got to be careful here. We don't know how this game is going to play out. But for the meantime, Clouden will stay in the game. Michigan State a scoring drive, 3 minutes, and it's an offensive foul. They're going to call that one on Waltman.
Get a look at it here. Just trying to come around that screen.
It was Clouden again trying to go around the screen, and that time the ref called it on Waltman. So maybe a little bit of a makeup call right there. We don't know. And it's going to be a blocking foul, or a charge, excuse me, moving screen right there. We get a look at it, and yeah, that's definitely the right call. Put her elbows up, feet were moving. Good call from the referees. Spartan fans are getting active here as we get to the later points of this game. Terry now still scoreless. Did not have a point in this game. Layden, the step back three off the mark. Van Waltman underneath the basket. She believes they called out of bounds. So Michigan State regains possession.
Layden still messing with those goggles that got knocked off her head earlier, trying to get that fixed. That was a tough shot, but couldn't get it to fall.
Hageman over on the right wing. Matilda Eck wide open three off the mark, rebounded by Terry. Michigan State scoring drive of 3 minutes and 40 seconds. They've been playing good defense, but can't quite get the offensive part to ensue. It's and one foul. Tough shot from Brooke Moore. Joyner called on the foul, and Brooke Moore will go to the line to get 3 points the old-fashioned way, and a timeout is going to be taken.
A big-time run for Purdue to start this fourth quarter. They've got themselves a lead.
That was going to work out for you, so.
And 2 of 16 ain't going to do it much at all.
17 total turnovers for Purdue. Only 12 for Michigan State, but Michigan State still find themselves down by a good margin here, down by 7 as Hageman goes to the floor, no foul called. And this is really a turning point in this game. This is where Purdue can kind of blow the top open on this one. Michigan State still in a scoring drought the last 4.5 minutes, just under 4.5 minutes. Abby Ellis, the floater, and another and one. And the momentum shifting here into Breslin.
Get another look at it here.
A little windmill action. Look at that. She gets the foul, and she will look to get 3 points the old-fashioned way here. It'll put Purdue up by double digits, and she can't get it. The largest lead of the night, 9 points for Purdue here. Clouden now, stumbling, tries to dump it off, gets it to Joyner. Matilda Egg, long range three, can't go, rattles in and out, and it's gonna be an over the back foul right there on, I believe they called that one on Ricky Waltman.
And while Purdue has all the momentum right now, this is a situation that might seem familiar to anyone that follows these two programs. Last season, Purdue led by 9 with just under 4 minutes to play. At the Breslin Center, Michigan State was able to come back and win the game on a buzzer beater three-pointer from Tori Osmond. So this game between these two teams, far from over.
Familiar territory for both squads right now. A good bucket from Mo Joyner, cuts the lead down to 6 now, or excuse me, 7 now. Long range three off the heel of the rim. What a reverse layup from Abby Ellis. She gets the offensive rebound, and if you're Michigan State, you can't let that happen. You have 2 Spartans there for the board, and you let Abby Ellis run in under you and get the board.
And the junior Ellis really taking over this game in the fourth quarter.
And a bad pass picked up by Ellis once again. Michigan State kind of collapsing here late, and now Susie Merchant looking to check in. Tyre Parks and Tamara Farquhar as well. So the next opportunity play, those two will be in. Terry now still scoreless on the day, dumps inside. Waltman gets it over Smith, and a timeout taken by Michigan State. Nebraska also before the new year on December 30th. So, but they're in danger of being 2-2 in the Big Ten right here. Hageman's three, fouled as she goes up by Brooke Moore. So Hageman's going to get 3 free throws here with 2:37 to go in the fourth quarter.
A chance for some momentum if you're Michigan State, but it's going to have to come on the defensive side. Purdue's offense has been so strong in this fourth quarter, and it's really helped them break out of what was an extremely low-scoring game for the Boilermakers and for Michigan State before these last 5 minutes or so.
Hageman, the Detroit native, misses her second free throw, so we're stuck at a double-digit deficit here for Michigan State. But she's been a standout freshman so far this year as she gets that one to fall.
And those the first 2 points for Hageman as well, 0 for 6 from the floor.
Yeah, Spartans are struggling. Everybody across the floor, outside of a few people like Tyre Parks, a lot of the players are struggling here. It's been mostly Parks and Farquhar have been carrying most of the load for Michigan State. Long range three from Brooke Moore, and what a shot.
That might be the dagger right there from Brooke Moore.
Yeah.
She's got 20 and a phenomenal fourth quarter performance for the Boilermakers.
I was about to say, that might be the dagger for Michigan State, unless they can respond with a 3 of their own. Eck, the floater, that one falls. It's not a 3, but nonetheless, a tough shot right there. 10-point lead, under 2 to go.
This is a very different Purdue team from last season, but the Boilermakers in their loss here last season really struggled with the press late. This year's team seems to be handling that a whole lot better so far.
That's not what you want to do if you're Matilda Eck fouling with Purdue in the bonus. So this will put Layden to the line. She's only made 1 bucket since the first quarter. Her first free throw is no good. It rattles in and out. Second free throw from her is good, so that extends the lead back out to 11. Cassie Hardin looks to check back in. She will come in for Waltman. So interesting move to take Waltman out. She has the size to go up against players like Tyre Parks
When you've got an 11-point lead, though, at this point in the game, they know Michigan State needs threes. So the smaller, faster players going to be able to defend on the perimeter a little better.
Speaking of threes, that one's no good from Hageman. Farquhar underneath the hoop gets the follow-up to go. Slowly but surely, the Spartans trying to claw their way back, but they need stops and they need turnovers. But you don't want to foul. You don't want to put people to the line and give up unnecessary points.
Getting close to the point where you have to foul.
Exactly, though. Yeah, you are getting close to that point where you might have to start fouling. Kick out to Layden here. She's wasting as much time as she can. 10 on the shot clock here. Terry, and yeah, it looks like Merchant and the whole Spartan bench were calling for the foul, and they finally do. So this will put Janae Terry to the line, and she had a chance to get her first points of the game.
You see Susie Merchant right there, just looking out to her team, pointing to her temple, saying, think. Spartans let a whole lot of time come off the clock before finally fouling, and now Purdue gets a chance to score 2 points and let the time come off the clock. Big trouble for Michigan State.
So Terry finally gets her first point of the game from the line. She's 0 for 5 from the field, but does have 8 assists and 6 rebounds. As that second free throw is good from Janae Terry.
Terry shushing the crowd after that one too. She's feeling good. And understandably, the Boilermakers look on their way to this win.
And that's a turnover by Michigan State. A battle for it on the floor. Oh, a tough dive to the hardwood. And it's going to call a jump ball, but Layden has been taking shots all day, and Tyra Parks crashed to the floor along with Layden. Layden's going to need an ice bath after this game as we get a look at this. As just watch, as it's Farquhar actually. Farquhar dove right in, and that's a dangerous play. You don't want to get arms or legs tangled up. You dive for a ball like that. As Clouden inbounds the ball to Parks, and they need threes, like how you said earlier. Inside now, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. And Michigan State not in the bonus yet, so harmless foul there from Purdue.
Foul that makes Michigan State take even more time. The clock is clearly Purdue's friend right now, as this deficit may be too much to come back from if you're Michigan State, as Purdue's blitz in this fourth quarter just continuing.
And I think that's probably going to be the dagger, because Brooke Moore lays it up and puts it in. And if it wasn't over yet, that probably should do it. A 13-point lead for Purdue. Just over 30 seconds to go in the game. Hageman over to Eck, spin move, jumper, falls. And Michigan State still fouling here to the end. But it might be a little bit too late for Michigan State. Still, though, this is the game we kind of expected going in. You know, back and forth game. Kind of got away from the Spartans there at the end. Just they had a long scoring drought of over 4 minutes, and that was really kind of the difference in this game.
And that's a testament to the defense of Purdue in this fourth quarter. And throughout this game, Michigan State averages over 75 points a game on the season. They have 56. Really, really strong defensive performance from Katie Gerald's squad today.
Second free throw from Terry at the line is good. So while she isn't really doing much from the field, she does have 4 points at the line, along with 6 boards and 8 assists. Does have 1 block as well, and only has 1 personal foul. Hageman now, no shot clock now, 20 seconds to go in the game. Inside the Parks, the layup is blocked and then out of bounds. It will stay with Michigan State, however. Parks now, 15 seconds, spin move, left-handed layup, and 1 from Tiger Parks.
Parks saw the size advantage and went right at it right away. Not going to affect the outcome of this one, but Michigan State trying to see some shots fall after a rough stretch in this fourth quarter. Give themselves a little bit more confidence heading into Wednesday's game against Ohio State.
That'll give Tiger Parks 15 points, and with that free throw, it gives her 16 now. Looks like Janae Terry will dribble this one out. That's going to do it here from the Breslin on Alumni Day. The Spartans fall